10, 9, 8, 7.
This is Romo Dunze, and you're listening to the Ballsville podcast.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh man, that video gets me pumped every time. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to another episode of the Ballsville podcast. Or as Sarah was saying before we started airing, the Ballsville podcast. So we have a lot of chrome domes up here today. Proud to say, no hair, don't care. We'll go to one of our own first. Todd, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing great. Happy to be here.
Good to see you. Good to see you with your custom iBot back there. That's real cool. Looks like we're all dressed up here tonight. Chris, my co-host, how are you tonight, sir?
Pretty good. As always, great to be here. These gauntlets are filling like crazy. Big game is getting ready to close up in another couple divisions. Can't wait.
Yeah, lots of exciting stuff. I mean, Sarah, tell us about it from your perspective.
It's so funny that Chris, you just said like that the big game is about to wrap up after a couple more divisions, because I thought you were going to say after a couple more leagues in this division, because when you're talking about wrap up, we've been filling them and running them so fast that it is just a couple divisions would be a wrap up in this year. So it's pretty wild. I've never seen it that fast. I think I've been with you since year 2, I want to say. It's pretty wild stuff, and it's pretty exciting, honestly.
It is. It's pretty remarkable to see Ballsville expanding at such a rate. We have a lot of new players that are coming to check out the games, and they like what they see, and they're getting into these leagues. We want to welcome everybody in. We have a lot to get into tonight, guys. We're just going to jump right into it. We're going to start off with some of the NFL news. It is quiet time, but there is some stuff going on. You can see episode 424 of the Ballsville pod. This is how we keep track in the off season. We talked about it last week, but during the season, we will be switching to another format. You'll be seeing more of the soundboard with Sarah. It's going to be a lot of exciting stuff there. So this is our agenda for tonight. We're going to start with some NFL news and rumblings, and we're going to start with this Sorsby situation and the NFL declining to run a supplemental draft. It seems like this is directly impacting one person in particular, Mr. Sorsby. Chris, I'll go to you first, man. What do you think about this situation here?
I think he was counting his chickens before they hatched, and the NFL said, no way, Jose.
Pretty targeted. What do you think, Todd? Do you agree?
Yeah, the whole situation is messed up. I don't know how you can trust him to not bet on games when he's playing in the NFL. Even like he says he's gambling, he needs time or counseling, something, but he shouldn't be playing right now. I wouldn't risk him on my teams. You don't know if he's shaving points or whatever he's doing, because he's admitted he gambled while he was playing. So the whole messed up situation here.
I think the NFL would have more liked to have him be a domestic violence accused, being accused of that than being a gambler.
Right. The way that things are going these days, these trends, man, I don't know. But so Todd is one of our dynasty managers, and another one of our dynasty managers, Z-Dub, came to us about the Sorsby situation when it was still fresh, and we decided that we were just going to lock him down for the year, and if anybody picked him up, we would drop him from the roster. As we mentioned, everybody was alerted. We weren't going to allow him to be on a roster for 2026. You think that's the right move, Sarah?
I'm really glad you asked that, because it's been quite a debate in some of my non-Ballsville leagues, dynasty leagues. And in one in particular, there was a debate because the commissioner said the same thing. No 2026. If he's in, we'll put him in 2027. Let's just keep it fair. Another player was like, no, my other league was like, we'll just give it like 5 days if he gets picked up and everybody gets a chance to bid on him. People are worried that he's going to start somewhere and nobody's going to be able to have him. But I say too bad. Like I completely agree. I think you just nix him for all of 2026 and then put him in on 2027.
I think secretly somebody from the NFL office is a dynasty member of one of our leagues.
That's why they
made that. That's why they made that decision.
They're like, hey, look what Ballsville's doing. Let's follow suit.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
So yeah, they took care of the problem for us. He's not going to be able to join the NFL this year. We will see him next year, most likely. We can pretty much count on it. In other news, more recent, we had the Tyrion Arnold arrest. Now, we don't want to speculate on anything. We're not really reporters, but we do want to ask the question. We'll go to you first, Sarah. This is a pretty competent DB. Does this affect anybody in the fantasy realm? Does this mean your offense has to score a little more points to keep up if you don't have that secondary to lock down the other team? Tell us about it.
I'm so sorry. Tell me the very first part of that. You broke up a little bit in my headphones.
Oh,
who are we talking about?
We're talking about Tyrion Arnold.
Okay.
Defensive back. He's still in custody. So the legalities, but what does it mean for fantasy if you lose a defensive back like that?
I mean, it really just depends. So to me, it really depends on, who your backup is, right? Because again, I have to bring up my Chargers, because without all of our, offensive linemen, we still figured out how to play, but we didn't play nearly as well. It's not like, his backup and his backup are also injured and they're off of the, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I really, truly feel like there's still recoverable time here, as far as like backups go, as far as like offense. You're right. Offense definitely has to play a little harder. I'm not like, no question in that. Like, yes, most definitely. But I do think that a lot of backups can like really come up. I don't know who his backup is. I'd have to look that up. But like a lot of people can like really shine in these moments,
Yeah, it's one of the advantages of playing an IDP. I don't know who his backup is either, but I am in a couple IDP leagues, and you get to one of the reactions is to go see who the backup is if they get the opportunity to start.
Absolutely.
DBs aren't really as valued as they could be in IDP leagues, most of them anyway. It's more about the linebackers. Chris, same question real quick, man. Do you think this impacts fantasy at all when you lose defensive pieces like this?
I do feel that in certain situations where you're ahead, you'd be running the ball more. So I would imagine with their passing defense being affected like this, those opportunities will be even less to do so. And they might even have to score more points through the air in order to come back. If it's a problem, like you said, I don't know how their backup situation is, but if he was a pretty good player, and it really sounds like he was, because he was a 2024 first round draft pick. So
yeah, I think like picked like 22 or something. He was real early.
And they traded up for him. So
yeah. It's usually in the 2-year mark that they really start to shine.
So I'm with you. I think it, like Sarah said, it's not going to be a shock to the team because they do have time to recover. It's so early in the off season. I think that's a big factor there. But if we're mid-season, I think it definitely does impact fantasy. Todd, I'm going to ask you a different question. First, we want to cover Some of the drama going around with Brandon Ayuk, guys. This is a roller coaster of a story. If you're watching it, San Francisco has stayed relatively quiet, but Ayuk is not. He's really come out of his shell. One of the latest videos has him dressed in what looks like pajamas. He's putting on a backpack to leave, though, and he's throwing money on the floor in an empty closet. Throwing money on the floor, and then he followed that up with the quote, if they release me today, I will sign with Washington tomorrow. So, Todd, we're going to go to you for this little...
Does Washington know this?
Yeah. Well, it's being reported in fake news. Brandon Ayuk signs with Washington. So, Todd, let me ask you, if this happens and he does go to Washington, how does it impact fantasy?
I don't know, because he might be okay, but I mean, he didn't play all last season, so there's always that down factor when you have that season off. I don't know if Washington really needs him that much. I mean, I think the rookie Antonio was going to do something big for him this year, so maybe he's put back a year or two. I don't know. McLaurin's there as long as he stays healthy and Jaden Daniels stays healthy. I thought they were going to do pretty well this year. I don't know if they really
think, Chris?
need him.
I think the Washington team that he was talking about must have been one of their semi-pro teams, the DC Panthers or the DC Falcons. When he was throwing that money on the ground, I'm surprised he just didn't light it on fire with all the drama that's happening with him. But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the league blackball, guys like Colin Kaepernick for their outbursts and stuff. Antonio Brown, someone said it in chat, K-Dog says Antonio Brown 2.0. Yeah, but without the track history, right? What do you think, Sarah, if this happens?
Oh, yeah, I agree with Chris. Like, who would want him at this point? But like at the same, well, not who would want him, but like if you are in the area where you think it's going to be different with your team, then you're kind of fooling yourself at this point, because you kind of had that one really good year with San Francisco, if I remember correctly, Alex. And then after that, it was just injury after injury and then drama and drama. So, I mean, it would be silly, I think. But if he did end up on Washington and he didn't have a whole bunch of drama, and I think he'd probably be great there because they probably need a third, guy that can actually do something, considering Antonio Williams is a rookie and he's, still needs to kind of prove himself. And after that, it's just McLaren and some, low grade RB, wide receiver threes. So I think he would be great if there's no drama. But I
think number two on, I think the number 2 on their depth chart is Treylon Burks right now. So
that's right. Burks is over there now too. Yeah. So he's just going to get a concussion in the second week. So I mean,
he had 1 catch last year. I hope he can build off of that. All right, guys. We told you we're going to make it brief.
Joey brings up Shig too. I forgot about him. Yeah, he's basically wide receiver too at this point.
Yeah, and he's a favorite, man. He's going as a great value in drafts. He's going down there with like Gunnar Helm and stuff. So
very good value.
All right, so coming out of that, we are going to jump into some of the Ballsville recap stuff. This is the Gauntlet game, guys. The main attraction right now, the God Leagues. Very, very fun. We're going to have a lot of fun with these. And we're going to break down how this is going to work for you. If you're in the leagues, this is going to be the template that you see. This will be filled out with your guys' names. The different colors represent different phases of the game. We have yellow for redraft, blue for pirate, red for the guillotine portion, and then we're going to end it off with our survivor playoffs. The first 5 weeks is going to be the redraft portion. There's 14 of you now. And if you're in, Chris, these are a lot of fun, right? These 100-yard dashes recommended by JoJo for draft order. You like these?
Yeah. The last 2 didn't help me out at all, but they're a lot better than the 3-time randoms.
Yeah, I agree. They are fun. No matter what I'm doing, I come home from work and I go, oh, crap, I got to jump on for about 5-10 minutes. But they are fun. So on the left, we see weeks 1 through 4. On the right, we see the results after week 5. That is the end of the redraft portion. And 2 players are going to get eliminated. They're going to get chopped as in your roster gets put up on waivers. the rest of the league can bid on it. So this is its own strategy. Bye weeks start in week 5. Todd, if you have a player that you're looking at on a draft board and they have a week 5 bye week, are you worried?
No, I'm not worried about week 5. If I'm worried about week 5, then I've already lost too many weeks anyway.
Yeah, that's a good point because it is the bottom 2 in standing. So as long as you put it down in the first 4 weeks, maybe you're not at risk. And week 5 is a welcome bye week for some. Chris, I'll go to you for the more in-depth pirate version here. So at the start of week 6, you're going to have 12 players. At the end of week 10, you're going to have 2 more chopped and eliminated, down to 10 players. But during this portion of Pirate, if you beat somebody, you can swap out one of your starters for anybody of the same position on their roster. Chris, are you looking for players that do or do not have bye weeks during this process here?
The only week that I am nervous about are week 6 buys, because I know I'll always have the opportunity, if I have one that's later, to, like, say I win week 6, I can give away a week 7 bye week and collect someone back that doesn't have a bye that week. So I can manipulate that way. And I'm also giving them another opportunity to lose the following week. And that will push them out of the league faster than I'll get pushed out of the league. Mm-hmm. So Pirate is just going to end up being a steamroll if you do it correctly. If you win week 6, it leads to week 7 all the way through 10. That's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, that's some hardcore offensive playing right there.
So Sarah, do you have anything to add on the top of what they said about the redraft and the Pirate version here?
No, I agree. I agree with Todd, where it's like, if I'm worried about week 5, that means that I picked the wrong guys for the first 3 weeks, pretty much, because we're just, you want to make sure that you're really just like up there in standings, but you never know when injuries are going to happen. So like, crap happens, right? But I really liked hearing Chris's like idea for strategy there. Maybe a little giveaway, but that's actually, I didn't think about that. Like giving up like the next week that's going to be a bye. To get that off your roster for somebody, to make them actually do worse in the next week too. It's kind of harsh, but it's a really good strategy.
We have a cutting edge strategy here for one of our DFS writers. This is JoJo. Just win, baby. Couldn't agree more.
Just win. That's right. That was my strategy last year. But hey, JoJo's last year's winner, so listen up.
He is last year's champ. I mean, that guy pisses excellence, right? So. Again, after week 10, you're going to see 2 more players get eliminated, chopped. Their rosters will go to waivers. Now we have 10 teams bidding with their precious fab. During this process, by the way, if you don't like the player swaps that are available to you, because it has to be your starter and it could be anybody on their roster, but it has to be the same position, you can choose to pilfer instead, which is still 25% of their fab, which will help you when those teams get chopped up. But then again, you don't want to have like bloated fab and then you get pilfered and they take a bigger chunk than normal. Going on to weeks 11 through 14, this is going to be the guillotine phase. 10 teams will be whittled down to the final 6. 1 player each week gets chopped. Their rosters put up on waivers. And to me, this is where the madness happens. And if I have players in these bye weeks, I really don't mind, because by this point, you're already starting to absorb other people's players. Sarah, does that sound solid to you? What do you think about that strategy?
Yeah, I really like the guillotine coming in after this. I think it makes a lot of sense because, like you said, now you get to use the fab that you possibly collected, which you're probably collecting towards the later end of those rounds. And you get to kind of, I guess, we do go to best ball at the end, right?
For the final portion of it. At this point right here, on week 11, we do abandon the head-to-head and we go by most points.
Okay, that's right. Yes, that's a little difference here.
But to start the playoffs, we are going to go to a best ball format. You will still be able to add people off of waivers, but there will be no more chopped rosters. So if you're eliminated in the playoffs, you're just eliminated. Your rosters are final, other than the waivers.
I think even more importantly, though, at the end of week 10, when guillotine starts week 11, you're adding bench spaces spots too. So
yes, that's right. You get a
Makes
deeper
sense.
bench in preparation.
Yeah, to pick up all the guys. So yeah, I really like that rule that I believe is new to this year, right? Where the way you're scoring it, we're abandoning the head-to-head at this point.
Yes,
At
yes,
the
and we're
time,
going to
because
get
that was
into the survival playoffs.
yeah, so
Yeah.
that's really cool. But yeah, no, I've never been really that great at guillotines, so this is a big test for me. I'm also in some of the Highlander games for practice as well. I've been in some for years, like done like 1 or 2 every year, and I'm like, man, I kind of suck at this. So I'm kind of like ready to like just kind of get my game up, level my game up when it comes to guillotine strategy. It's so different.
All right, Todd, I'll ask you this. By this point, we've had 8 players chopped by the time we get to the end of week 14. Which of these weeks do you think is more important to utilize your fab? Are you looking to acquire players early on in this process, like after redraft, or do you plan on holding some until this guillotine format?
Probably, if you can hold on to some of it until now, you're probably going to get some big discounts because I think people are going to blow it early. Week 5 and week 10, I think people are going to blow us early. And if you can save a little bit, you might be getting some decent players with $5 or $10 around this time.
That's a good point.
Depends on how the roster looks at that point, especially with injuries and things. But if I can hang on to a little bit coming in, or pilfer some from Pirate, definitely gonna be using it later on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the strategy, guys. You got to decide. There's no guarantee you're going to make it past this phase, but if you got the fab to blow, I mean, like Todd's saying, you can really boost your roster and start to overpower your leagues. So then, right here at the end of week 14, like we said, this will be the last player chopped, the last waiver wire, of mass importance. It'll still remain open, but we will be switching to a best ball format in week 15, and we're going to be abandoning your traditional playoff bracket. No more playoff bracket because it is max points. We're going to take the top 3 performers, so you're not going to lose if you're that second highest scorer on the week to the highest scorer. If you're top 3, you make it through. After that, you're going to get paid $20. You're going to get your entry back. And then after week 16, we're going to do that process again, and it's going to be the highest scorer of week 16 that is the league champion, the league winner, and they're going to get $150. Now, they're going to get $150, and it's going to be represented by 3 coins. We're going to take a moment right now just to kind of stop and go over the way that the wagering process is going to work, because this is something that comes up in questions often, right? So you can see here, the Gauntlet game is going to pay out. Like we said, $20 to the top 3. You get a play for free, and then if you're the winner after week 16, you're going to get these 3 coins. Now, these 3 coins are yours to evaluate your team. You have the option of taking all 3 of them. By then, you win $170. You decide, I got lucky to win this league. I'm out of the game. I'm out of here. Well, there's going to be 12 of you making that decision because there are 12 leagues. The first 12, and then God leagues 13 through 24. So 12 of you, if you guys all decide to wager all 3 coins, that's going to put them all in the same pot, and that's going to reach that $2,400 upside that you see on the screen. Now, of course, there's scenarios where you say, hey, I'm kind of confident. I want to wager 2 coins, but I'm going to take 50 of that with my $20, keep 70. I'm going to wager 100 into the pot. Now, those coins are going to go into 2 separate pots, the main pot and the side pot. You only have to be in the main pot to win the championship and the $600 bonus. That's where the money is going to be. We can expect all 12 league winners to wager into that pot at least. That's typically how it goes. But if you're bold and you want to wager 150, it's going to create side pot 1, side pot 2, and all the people that wager 150 will be eligible to win that pot's money and the coins in that pot. But there's a chance you're the main pot winner at the $50. You wagered 1 coin, you win that one, the main one, the bonus, but you don't win the other pots unless you wagered into those pots before week 17. It sounds like a lot.
The gambler, true gambler.
Yeah, and guys, it sounds like it's overwhelming, and sometimes we miss a couple steps in explaining it. That's why we made these flyers that are going to be put up in the Discord. They are also in Sleeper, but they're a little blurry when they're uploaded there. And just like
Real quick, Alex, can we give a quick shout out to Johnny C here, who just told us that he's joined the last 7 leagues, which I believe he's talking
Yeah.
about Gauntlet leagues. Says, don't take advantage of me too bad. Hopefully this year will be a learning experience. Just so you know, Johnny, this is only our 2nd year doing this, and it's changed drastically. So it's almost like a first time for most people.
Yeah.
So don't worry. Only the managers really know it like in full detail because they created it.
And we'll
So
be here. Good point. Yeah, and you don't have to know it all now because we show up at the end of the season. After week 14, we're going to be there to announce the playoffs and then keep track of it. We'll be on this podcast. We'll be showing you the leagues, the winners, and how that process is going. Who's in the lead? And the thing with our games, guys, like Johnny, once you know one game, once you figure out how the Gauntlet game, how that wagering system works, it's going to be the same process for all of the other games. We'll make flyers for each of those games, but it's just the same thing. Some games have multiple coins. Some games, like the mini leagues, just give you the option of 1 coin. You can play the game or you can take your money and exit, but it's not like a tournament. You have the option. And if somebody beats you, somebody wins the big money, we're going to let you go in that league, verify settings, scoring, and rules, trades. Everything is identical. You always know what you're going to get into. That's just the Ballsville way. Fish, you have anything to add on top of that?
And all rosters are going to be available to see on the website. Like you can check everybody's rosters from these games on the website.
Yeah. Shout out to Sticky, and those tools are great. Todd, what about you? You have anything to add to the Ballsville wagering system and how we do it?
No, I haven't. I haven't went full in on anything quite yet, but getting in that first pot is definitely, especially in this one, like you've already made your money back. So put an extra 50 out there, try to win the whole championship. It's gonna be worth it.
Yeah, I mean, most people, if you wager that 50, you're gonna walk away with $120 just by playing that league, and you're still gonna have a horse in the race, which will little foreshadowing. We'll get into that. Reminder, guys, we do have a free entry tonight. We're going to give you the word here. We're coming up on our little checkpoint.
Let's go.
Going over the Gauntlet. This is the expansion. Last we left you, we had just opened this on the podcast last week, and we filled Balder, we filled Fortuna, we filled Susanoo, we filled Wukong, we filled Shiva, we just filled Zulu, and then as we're doing the draft order for that, we filled Artemis and got the draft order there. So Chris, I mean, you're front row center here, man. Seven leagues in 7 days. We've got 5 more to go. What do you think about this pace?
I think we're going to be full before next week's pod, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Wow, check this out. So we got Short Stack joining in. He says, "What's up, Ballsville?" with the little emoji there. Guys, Ballsville is going to be the word tonight. So enter the word Ballsville. That's BALLSVILLE for your shot at a free entry. Not just a free entry. Chris, what are they going to win tonight?
Oh, so we've got a free entry for the last spot in Highlander. It's been donated by a player. The only people, I would say the only people eligible, but we've determined that if you win that and you're already in the league, you can give that to a friend and they can join. So anybody who wins that first one, the Highlander, if you're in the league, just give it to a buddy and have them join, or you can raffle it off yourself.
Nice.
And then we have a big game freebie immediately after.
Absolutely, guys. And we already have 10 contestants in that raffle. So you're going to have 2 shots at winning something. That's a $25 Highlander entry and a $7 big game entry. Typical Ballsville style. We like to take care of the people that take care of us. Make sure you spread the word, like and subscribe, do all that hubbub that we appreciate. So coming up next, after this show ends, we're going to open up Loki, and then it is the Morgan. And you guys can take note that these are all represented by NFL teams. Next year, we are going to plan to just drop 32 of these and divide them up into divisions where you have better odds of winning a bonus prize. I will be in Ganesha. Ganesha is so dope.
So dope.
So Saturn, Ganesha, and Shioto. And that is going to come with the newest mini game to drop. This is Gauntlet Survivor, guys. If you're in any of our leagues, you know that all 6 of our leagues are going to have a survivor assigned to them. We didn't do one for the minis, but we made that an all Ballsville Survivor League. So the Gauntlet Survivor just dropped. Zulu and Artemis will get that dropped in their hub. But if you're in those leagues, you're eligible to win a free $100 just by playing Survivor. Not a whole lot of involvement, but it gives you something each week to do. Just more of the interaction here at Ballsville.
Free money.
Speaking of mini games, we do have the all Ballsville Survivor. If you find yourself in this one, this is for everybody you know. So anybody you come across, you can say, "Hey, I have a free $100 mini game for you. Come check out this this Survivor League, sponsored by Ballsville." We have one for the Highlander game. So if you win this freebie, that link will be in there, and you'll be eligible to win that one. That's another 100. We passed by the Dynasty one. That's 250. Same premise there. We like to take care of our Dynasty leagues. Todd, I mean, you're our Dynasty guy, man. What is it about Dynasty that draws you?
It's actually, it makes you feel like you're actually running a team yourself. You get to make all your trades. You get to keep the players year to year. Do your drafts every year. You get a rookie class or trade your draft picks if you want, whatever you want. It's just year-long involvement.
Yep.
How many dynasties are you in, Todd?
Oh, I'm probably in about 50 now.
Woo, 50. You got to set 50 lineups every week. You going to get there in time?
Yep.
All right.
50 plus.
I couldn't
Degenerates,
even
guys.
That's just Dynasty. That's not all these other ones.
Oh, yeah. No. I mean, like 200 best balls. But still, no, the dynasties I had to cut back big time because I wasn't getting my lineup set in time. I wasn't like changing out injured guys in time. It was awful.
Man, I know. Running Ballsville, my trade quality does suffer. So it is the thing. Dynasty requires attention, but I feel like it is the most rewarding. So 250 for that. If you're not in those and you're in the Dynasty leagues, make sure you check your pinned messages for that link. We also have Ballsville custom games, and we're about a couple minutes from revealing our newest custom game. We're excited about this one. Right here, we have this is minigame number 3. We did a draft predictor and another one before the NFL draft. But number 3 is horse race. You're going to predict the top 12 rushing leaders. Number 4 is target hogs. This is for ambiguous wide receiving cores. You're going to pick the target order for like 6 teams, 7 maybe. We did number 5. This is win totals. The 4 of us and other managers determine win totals based off of our consensus. And you're going to pick your own leaders. Yeah, this one was cool to make, right?
Yeah, it was. It was really fun.
This reminds me. Do we actually have to put a card in? Or ours are just loaded into the sheet because we made our picks?
Yeah, yours are in based off of your picks. I didn't want to give us a chance to kind of set the bar and then go under the bar or something like the Bengals with their 11 win total.
I like how both Danny and Francis, who's Todd and Alex's wife, are chiming in about the dynasty things. Danny says that she doesn't even talk to Todd on Thursdays, and Francis says we don't even know that. Francis says we don't even know that Alex exists during draft season.
Well, to be fair, it's the same for the actual season, so it's like all the time, right? Fantasy is life, babe, but you are too. I love it. All right, guys. So the newest mini game. Don't look at the text there. I forgot to remove that. This is number 6. All right. So the managers don't even know about this one. This is going to be a big surprise to them. We're going to get their over and unders live on the air, but we're going to take a few players and their totals their projected totals on Sleeper for week 1, and you guys are going to give your over unders to start us off. And if I can find this, so the players are going to be Jackson Dart at quarterback. His projection is 21.28 going up against Dallas at home. Chris, you taking the over under on that? Jackson Dart, 21.28.
Over.
Yeah, I figured. All right. We'll just do one of these per because we got to move this along. Todd, we'll go to you. We got Ken Walker at home against Denver. His projection is 15.89. Are you taking the over or under?
Under.
Under 15.89. Sarah, one of your favorites, Tyler Show. He is going to be at Detroit. They're down a DB, but he'll be at Detroit, and his projection is 18.89.
You're talking about Tyler Shuck?
Shuck,
You're talking about the quarterback for New
I
Orleans?
know. I look at it and it's phonetic.
I was like, wait, I just wanted to make sure we're talking about the same guy. What was his projection? 18 what?
18.89.
It's Detroit. Ooh, that's a tough one. I think he's
At
really
Detroit,
good. It's the first game of the year, but he's at Detroit. I got to go under. But I think just slightly,
Okay.
like 60 something.
All right, here's an interesting one for we'll go to you, Chris. This is Dallas Goedert. He is going to be at home against Washington, and he is projected for 7.91.
I think I have to take the over there.
I agree. He's one of the guys that I've been drafting like crazy lately. All right, we'll do one more for you, Todd. This is going to be Justin Jefferson at home against Green Bay. His projection is 15.39.
I'm gonna go over.
I believe you. I believe you. It sounds like it's going to be an over. Let's talk about that real quick. Sarah, we'll go to you. Do you have faith in Kyler Murray? You think that this is going to be his season to prove himself?
I'm not a big Murray fan. I believe that he's good when he's good, but I do believe that he's either likely going to get injured again, or he's just not going to be playing at the level that he was before all of his injuries. So I'm not a big believer in him. What was the number? 15 something? For that game?
It was Justin Jefferson, 15.39.
Oh, Justin Jefferson. Sorry, I thought you were talking about Kyler Murray is for that. For his, yeah, I'm not a big Kyler Murray believer. I'll be honest with you.
Okay, what about you, Chris?
I'll say this: I don't like the matchup against Green Bay.
Okay. Well, that's interesting there, Todd. I know you had a lot of JJ McCarthy last year. I mean, are you still looking and hoping that he bounces back, or you think this is a Kyler Murray year?
I think Kyler Murray is gonna have a couple of good games at the start of the season, pull it off, and then it's gonna go back to JJ.
Totally agree, and I do think he might actually surpass the 15, that 15 number, but I don't know.
Be a good game.
AJ can make quarterbacks look good, so we'll see.
All right, that's going to be one of the storylines to watch. That Kyler Murray performance. There's some guy. I asked him if he wanted to make a trade, it would be my Brock Purdy for Kyler plus, and he said, "Dude, I wouldn't even trade Kyler for Brock Purdy straight up in Dynasty." And I said, "Whoa, what?" So, yeah, different opinions
way
on
over
Kyler.
Murray.
Yeah, it's wild. All right, guys. So this already has a lobby created. This and that Survivor game. These will be dropping in the hub. While this one will be dropping in the hub. And if you're a Ballsville player in any of our games, you're eligible to win this. And we're going to price this. We're going to do $50. It's just going to be for week 1. We'll keep it down a little bit because we might reuse this during the season and just throw in a spontaneous new version of the mini game and do some more over unders. And that lineup is projected to score 140 points. So as a tiebreaker, you're going to project what they're going to score. Doesn't matter if you go over. Whoever's closest to the actual number will be the winner. Oh, there's a lineup. I needed one more click.
My favorite.
There's the total. All right. Moving on with a little buffer action, the Highlander game. Chris, tell us about how we ended this, and we might as well. Oh, we already put the word out there, so that's going to be for the Highlander free entry. Tell us about this game, Chris.
So this is a guillotine league with weekly cuts. Week 1 through 14, the bottom scorer will be cut every week. This is best ball, and it is fab waivers. Waivers will not reset as far as fab, so spend it wisely. Week 15 is the only week where we have a double elimination. After week 3, 6, 9, and 12, we expand the rosters, bench and different position players in each of those 4 expansion weeks. At the end of week, I believe it's at the end of week 14 or 15, if I'm correct. I can't remember which one. Rosters will lock. So each champion will more than likely have different rosters. So as to not make all the teams the same, that's why we did it that way. This is going to be really fun. Attention to detail, strategy. Kind of just like the Gauntlet, just all guillotine.
Can I ask you a question, Chris, about the strategy in Highlander? Because guillotine isn't like generally normally like a best ball, so this is kind of like interesting to make it best ball. I love that. But does that change the strategy? I mean, obviously you don't have to like, you know, you guys, does that put all the strategy on your fab spending like 100%?
Well, yeah. I mean, fab strategy is half of it. The other half of it is making sure that early on, before too many teams get cut, that you're not throwing all your players on the same bye week when you draft.
So the drafting.
Like I tried to make sure I'll try to make sure only one or two of my players have the same bye week, because you get into that span where you have 3 or more, and you're hurting yourself, especially if it's early on.
Yeah,
like I might
point.
change that if you're talking about week 11, 13, and 14 for bye weeks. But yeah, definitely early on, 5 and 6, I won't be taking a lot of multiple bye week players.
So people who are paying attention to the draft will end up maybe like passing on a guy like that might be like better to take in that spot, but it would be harmful to their lineup because of their bye week.
Yeah, it's going to be crucial to have a strategy going in. You got to know what to expect. And these haven't drafted yet, guys. These are full, but they're going to draft in August. So you get all the information you need. You're not going to get away, not with these players. Now you're looking at the players that are in these leagues, and you're not going to get away with, people falling to you. We're pretty savvy around here. We have our own ADP. These are all diehards. We all start early in the off season. By the time we get to redraft, July and August, I mean, our players are sharp. We go out there and we dominate other leagues. It's just kind of what we do here. So, we'll get more into that during the season and how the strategies unfold. It's going to be very interesting.
It's going to be fun.
All right, coming out of the Highlander game. What was that, Todd?
Week
7 is going to be the trouble week for everybody. You got the Bills, Jacksonville, and the Chargers.
Those guys.
I think week 6 is a banger, because week 6 has got Cincinnati and Detroit. Those are two heavy offenses that you got to avoid early on.
Rough. So you gotta plan accordingly, guys.
It's not a good place to stack too much.
We'll go through the big game real quick and wrap up this update, because we do have a ADP segment here, and we're at the 40-minute mark. We'll postpone trade talk till next week. So, Division 15, the Speedsters. We have 2 leagues left. We're going to run them this weekend on Friday night and Saturday night. We have the Roadrunner, and then closing it out, we have Quicksilver. League 8. So these are fast drafts. They're at 8:30 p.m. EST. We'll open them up in the daytime tomorrow and the following day. If you want to get into those they'll be the last fast drafts of this division. We might do 2 or more, in Division 19, but Division 20 of the big game is going to be another bonus division. You don't want to miss out on those. We did that in the All-Stars for Division 8, and we want to do one more to close up the game. We expanded from 12 to 20 this year. So remarkable. We want to give back to the players. And the winner of the big game entry tonight will have the option of taking a spot in the fast draft or taking the last spot in Trap Jaw, the last league of Division 18 Masters of the Universe. Todd, you're a big Masters of the Universe fan?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah, this was Todd's preference, and we were like, yeah, do it. And that concludes our Ballsville update portion of this. It was pretty meaty today. We're going to jump right into a little ADP trivia.
Oh, yeah.
We don't really have a jingle for this guy.
I could use this. Oh, no, not that. That was the wrong one. Like, why are we hearing a whale spin? Now, we had a song on here. I guess it's not on here anymore. Oh, well. Moving on.
All right, we'll make it work. Just Just picture it in your head. All right, guys, the way that this is going to work, I'm going to give you the coach that this player plays for. And if you guess the player right, you're going to get a point. That's just going to be real quick. You have 5 seconds to shout out whatever player you think it is. First player to say the name gets a point. And then I'm going to give you where they finished last year in placement. And then I'm going to ask you 3 rounds where their ADP is last year, where their ADP is this year, just to kind of highlight people that have moved up and down. These are just randomly selected. There's no real pertinence to how far they moved. Some of them barely moved, and some have moved drastically. All right. Any questions? Cool.
Let's go.
All right. This first player is the quarterback for Todd Bowles.
Baker Mayfield.
There's a point for Chris. All right. This quarterback finished as a quarterback 12 last year. His ADP last year was going in the 3rd round, the 4th round, or the 5th round. Each of you get one guess.
Fourth round.
Goff. Oh, we're not dressing the player.
No, the player is. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me get this up here. The player is Baker Mayfield.
Oh, we're still talking about
Yeah,
him.
he finished as the quarterback 12 last year. Was his ADP last year in the 3rd round, the 4th round, or the 5th round?
5th.
Fifth.
Okay,
I already
Chris
said
gets that
4th.
point. He was the 401 last year, 4th round. So
Oh,
gets
Chris,
the point.
got it.
All right. This year is his ADP in the 6th round, the 7th round, or the 8th round.
I want to say the 7th.
I want to say the 6th because that's a long way to drop in Superflex.
No, people ain't trusting him this year for some reason.
7.
Sarah and Todd get a point. He is going at the 703. Now, for some of these players, I have this is based off of the big game, so this is 10 team. Some of these players, I have their entire big game ADP, and then for a few of them, I put their more recent. So the last 3 divisions, their ADP over those divisions. Baker has only moved back 2 spots, so not a lot of movement. All right, so out of the first question, we have Chris with 2 points, Sarah with 1, Todd with 1.
Right.
This
That's a
next
game.
player is a brand new running back for Dan Quinn.
Rashad White.
Chris gets the point.
I wish I knew coach names.
Yeah, this is going to test those coach names. I didn't want to tell you
Yeah,
guys
I know
because
I
they
need-
need research.
Don't know any. I'm screwed.
All right, Rashad White last year finished as the RB32. Last year, was he going in round 13, round 14, or round 15?
I'm going to say 13. Last year.
Yeah, 13.
I'm going to say 15. 15.
Chris gets the point. He was going at the 1509 as
Wow.
RB43.
Wow.
This year, is he going in the 13th, the 14th, or the 15th?
Really? The same? He's got to be going the 15th. There's no way he moved up. No way.
I would think, I think he would move up. I'm going to go 14.
Todd?
15.
All right, you guys all 3 get a point despite having differences because he was the 1406, but recently he is the 1502. So I'm going to give
Ooh,
you a
he's been
point for answering.
dropping. Nice.
Yeah, so he's gone back a little bit. I don't know. He's down there. Kind of becoming a value. So if he gets the receiving work there, it should be good. All right,
I
so
take
Chris
him a
gets
lot.
3. Sarah and Todd get 1 there. This next player is an up and coming receiver for Liam Cohen.
Parker Washington.
Chris got it. All right.
Well, when nobody else knows coach
He fi-
names.
He finished. He finished last year as the wide receiver 27. Was he drafted last year in round 22, 24, or undrafted? We only go to round 26 in the big game, so.
Oh, God. Just the fact that you have undrafted as an option is throwing us all for a loop.
Yeah. Let's go with it. Undrafted.
I'm gonna go
that
26.
was a timer. Wait, was it 22, 24 or undrafted?
Yeah, 22, 24 are undrafted, Chris.
I'm gonna go 24.
22, just because. Let's get one out of all of them.
Okay. Todd gets the point.
Undrafted.
He was undrafted last year. You know what? Let's take a minute. We're gonna throw the okay, never mind. All right. So this year, is he going in round 8, round 9, or round 10?
It's be crazy for him to be going around 8 or 9, in my opinion, but it's not impossible.
9.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 9 as well.
I'm gonna say 10.
Chris gets the point. He is going at the 10:01, and that has moved up. He was going at the 11:03 to start the big game, and now he's up to the 10:01. So we're talking about a guy that jumped up 12 spots a whole round.
That's a huge.
All right. So as of now, Chris has 7, Sarah has 2, Todd has 3. Lots of time to come back. This is the incumbent tight end for Nick Sirianni.
Dale Scatter.
2. Well, that's the point. The guy knows his coaches. All
I thought we
right.
were playing ADP game.
Yeah, he finished as a tight end 7 last year. Last year was he drafted in round 15, round 19, or round 21?
I'm gonna say 15.
19.
Chris?
I want to say the same. 15.
All right, Chris and Sarah get the point. Round 15 at the 15:04 as a tight end, 16 off the board. This year, is he being drafted in round 14, round 15, or round 16?
16.
I'm gonna say 15.
15.
Nobody gets a point. It was the round 14 for Dallas Goedert.
He moved up. Damn it.
All right. All right, Sarah, you have a chance of getting this one. All right. This team got rid of Mike Tomlin and brought in Mike McCarthy. So Mike for Mike. What's Mike going to do with this tight end?
Njoku.
Firemouth.
Oh, Todd got it.
Oh,
That's Pat
shit.
Firemouth.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah,
The
I
team you
figured
went to,
everybody
not
knows
the team you
Tomlin.
left, damn it.
Exactly. All right, so Pat Firemouth finished as the tight end 25 in 2025, but he finished as the tight end number 9 in 2024. So what was his 2025 ADP? Was it round 15, round 17, or undrafted?
In 2024?
Yes.
Give me the earliest year, or the earliest pick that you said.
14?
It was 15, 17, or undrafted.
15.
I'm going to take 17. You better not be messing with us with the undrafted again.
17.
All right. Yeah, it's 17. Todd gets 2 points that round. No points for. Oh, wait, we have one more question for you. All right. So this year.
Wait. I
Is
said
he-
17 as well, sir?
Yeah, you did. I got you a point.
Okay. I didn't hear you say my name.
Todd
My
gets
bad.
2. You get 1. Christmas is out on that one. This year, is he going in
Okay.
round 18, round 18, round 19, or round 20?
I'm gonna say 19.
19.
You know, I've been taking him a lot towards those later rounds. And for the life of me, I can't remember around when I'm getting him, but I'm going to say 20. I'm getting him pretty late.
All right. Sarah misses out. He's
Yeah,
actually
it
going in
was
round
19.
18, round 18 and round 19. This guy has jumped a whole round. So Todd and Chris
No.
both get a point. Todd racked up 3 points on that one, making
Go,
a comeback.
Todd. We need someone to
All
catch
right.
up.
All right, so this player, oh man, speaking of Todd, this player is a hopeful running back for Dave Canales. Two, 3, 2, 1. That would be Jonathan Brooks. All right,
Wow.
nobody gets that point.
Wow.
This
Makes my
player
vote.
officially finished as running back 661 last
Wow.
year. Was he drafted in round 22, 26, or undrafted?
No way this guy went undrafted.
He should have went
22.
undrafted.
I mean, nobody knew. 22.
When was he? Wasn't he hurt the whole year?
Yeah,
He's been hurt for
they
years.
thought he was going to come back. They thought he was going to make it like come back in like the third of the season. You know what? Fuck it, 26. Excuse my language.
I'm gonna say 26 as well.
26.
Oh, you all get the point. He was in round 26 at the 2604. He was literally everybody's deep sleeper. And that's how we're going to end the show tonight with deep sleepers. That's going to be the question. So, all right, we're at 55 minutes. We got a freebie to get to. Let's do one more.
What's the score? How close is Todd to Chris? Is there going to be like
1, 2, 3,
big
4,
numbers
5, 6, 7, 8. Todd has 8. Chris has 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 8 to 11, and Sarah has 5.
Next
right,
one worth 10. Let's go.
Let's do double points here. All right. This guy is also a receiver for Lee and Cohen.
BTJ.
Oh, 2 points for Chris.
Okay,
all right. Now he was the wide receiver 42 last year, but in 2024 he ended as the wide receiver 4. So what was his ADP last year? Was it round 1, round 2, or round 3?
Round 2.
Agree. Round 2.
3.
Sarah and Todd get 2 points. He was the 207 last year.
Sarah and Chris.
I said round 2.
And Chris.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Chris and Sarah get the points.
It's okay. It's all good. Chris
All right,
yep.
this year, after that number 42 finish, this year, is he going in round 6, round 8, or round 10?
10.
Yeah, he's going pretty late.
Round 10.
You know, I don't have a chance of winning, so I might as well try to go different just to get those extra points. I'm going to say 8.
The correct answer is round 10 at the 10:01 to start the year. Currently going at the 9:08. So big.
I think that's a good spot. I think it's a great spot to kind of get a little, kind of try and steal him there if he does better.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's one of the bottom dweller receivers that you can get, like right down with like Marvin Harrison, and I've seen Parker Washington go before him. Who are you guys taking out of that? Todd, who are you taking out of those 2 receivers?
I would take BTJ over Parker Washington.
Because Parker's going too early. I'm not going to take Parker as early as he's going, but I'm definitely taking BTJ as late as he's going.
Right on, guys. All right, so we're going to go ahead and end the ADP trivia there. We're coming up on the hour mark, so let's go ahead and get right into our little free entry here. If you haven't already, enter the word Ballsville, just like it's seen. There are 12 players, so 1 of 12 odds to win the Highlander entry, and then 1 out of 11 odds to win the big game. So if you're here still, make sure you enter the keyword Ballsville. Before we get out of here, we talked about ADP. So if you're at the end of these big games, you're around 26, 25. What are some of the players that you're taking there as your deep sleeper? Chris, we'll go and ask you first.
I'm always ending my draft with 3 tight ends, it seems, in every draft, because I like to have 5. So let's say Delp and Jolie.
Oh yeah, I agree with you. Those are 2 of my favorites. So the way that I work, if I grab like a Trey McBride early, or like I get a value on Loveland or Warren, then I'm less likely to end with tight ends. But if I need tight end help, that's where I go. What about you, Todd? And who are your deep sleepers this year?
I am almost every big draft. If he's still there, I'm taking Jalen Tolbert.
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's been getting buzz in camp as a premier receiver to own over there in Miami. So that's the opportunity's there. That's a good one. What about you, Sarah?
My favorite sleeper at this moment, it changes all the time, is Pat Bryant. He's been getting a lot of talks in practice. People are not picking him. I'm getting him late. Sometimes I take him a little too early because I feel like people are going to catch on. And I was going to not say anything yet, but I'm almost done with all of my big games. So yeah, he's a big sleeper for me. I'm getting him late in the 20s. And I think he's going to make a bigger impact than people realize.
Yeah, I like that too. One of the guys that I came off of, because it doesn't look like Rashid Rice is going to face any disciplinary action, was Jalen Royals, who I thought would get an opportunity if Rice was absent, with the aging Kelsey, and Xavier Worthy, who hasn't really cleared that Q tag yet, if you're paying attention. But one of the guys that I'll uncover now, like you said, we're at the end of these drafts, who's always on the board is Mr. Adam Randall, who is the rookie that is possibly the
Running
backup
back.
for Derrick Henry.
Mhm.
So if he's there, he's like my last resort guy. But Delp, like Chris said, Jolly, if they're there, I take them. But our Marshawn Lloyd, because you don't know what's going to happen with Jacobs. But
That's fair.
great sleepers, guys. Let's go ahead and do this raffle. We're up to 14 people. I am in there. I don't know if I'm in league number 9, Chris. Maybe you know.
Let's go.
Good luck, y'all. $25 entry goes to. Oh, this is over. Yay.
Well deserved, Mrs. Barber.
Congratulations. I mean, she puts up with Todd, so she deserves something, right, Todd?
Oh,
Fantasy gives back. Oh, man. This is why
he's
we
a
love
wonderful
it.
person.
And there's like a 95% chance you're in that league, right, Todd? Number
Oh
9?
yeah, I am. Yep.
All right, cool, man. If she beats you, you'll never hear the end of it. All right, guys.
Right.
One more time. This is going to be for a big game entry, and if you want to be in the slow draft, you'll be the last person in the last league of Division 16. 18. Whoa. We'll, man, you guys are crazy. We'll get you in right away. Otherwise, you can join us tomorrow night or Saturday night for a fast draft. You get the option. Good luck. Here we go.
He must have gotten it off. Oh, I missed the drum roll. Hey, K Dog.
K Doggity Dog. Yeah, so congratulations. That's Mr. Trevor. We'll get you into that league. You can let us help me whoop him, says Miss Danny. Oh, cool.
Danny, you got my number.
so-
Let's talk.
We love it. A little spousal rivalry. I know my wife likes to whoop me in fantasy too. So if they can't beat us, they want to join us.
Francis is like that, the secret whooper. She does it like really quietly.
Yeah. Oh man, she's awesome in these. You're not going to have a dull league if my wife is in that league with
Oh,
you.
yeah.
It'll be exciting.
100%.
Safe. I can't say that for sure, but exciting, yes. All right, so we are over the hour mark. We will skip the parting words. We just want to say go ahead and get in these leagues, the Gauntlet leagues, if you're not in them, or if you are. We are running out of those. 24 will be the end for this year. And for me and the crew, we will see you guys next week. Bye.
The Highlander game. 18 will enter. Many will win. But there can be only one Highlander. Can you survive the guillotine?